All right, everybody. Welcome to Simply Bitcoin, the channel that breaks down all the daily Bitcoin news, the daily fail, the meme review, software releases, and the websites by plebes. We've got it all. Drop us a like and subscribe. All right, let's kick it off with the numbers. Here we go, guys.
Money dashboard.
We're currently sitting at a block height of 660,963. The current Bitcoin price, 18,030. Chain rewrite days, 610. And the total lightning capacity, 1,070.35 BTC.
Man, I know I keep saying this every day. Yeah, exactly. I know I keep saying this every day that the numbers look good. I love the consolidation at these ridiculous prices. You know, but unfortunately, the price of Bitcoin did not reach an all-time high. So Satoshi, the Bitcoin chicken, stays in his chicken coop today. And Phil, that being said, it's time for
the daily fail. Today's daily fail is, here we go. Got to find him. All right. None other than Raul. So he honestly put together a whole entire thread of complete shitcoin stupidity. Okay. So he starts off with a few things to make you think. Bitcoin is the digital pristine collateral. The size of global government bond market is 123 trillion. Pretty amazing opportunity for Bitcoin. And then he just falls off the cliff from here. Okay. Size of global custody system is 23 trillion. This will accrue to Bitcoin and more likely maybe ETH. And then he continues to go down this line of just complete ridiculous horse shit. Anyways, you guys will have the link in the show notes. You can go check out this disgusting thread yourself. I mean, look, you know, obviously he's got ETH bags, and you know what people don't realize is this, right? We have no problem with the technology. Okay, if the technology is worthwhile, it will get rolled into Bitcoin. What people don't understand about these arguments, okay, is that the argument ends up lending credibility to these, you know, these affinity scams and these shit coins. That's the issue. All right. So what happens is that you say Bitcoin here, then you start talking about ETH and then you start talking about other shit coins. And what happens is that you start to create the link. Oh, it's just like Bitcoin, except it has this, but it's not. It's nothing like Bitcoin. And if the technology is worthwhile, it'll get rolled in. Anyways, fuck Raul.
Yeah, but but the bright side is that he's just a gift that keeps on giving to us, bro. He's great. He's great. He just gives us so much source material for the daily fail. So, you know, Raul, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Yeah. Not you, him.
Yeah. Phil, it's time for
the daily meme review.
All right. Okay, so the daily. Okay, sorry. Let me 3, 2, 1. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody. The daily meme is brought to us by publord.hodl. And let's check it out. I haven't seen this before, so it might be crap.
Me neither.
But let's see it. I don't know if it has volume or not, but
let's hope so.
It's an issue. Oh my god. Okay. All right. That was good. I'm gonna deduct some points for it not having volume, but it was pretty funny. So this is my messed up 8, but I'm gonna give it an 8, Phil. What about you?
Yeah, we're on the same page today, my friend. I'm going with the 8.
8 as well.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. It was on point. It was relevant. I deducted 1 point because it was hard for people that are not into what's going on right now to understand.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious. It was so funny. That's why I gave it an 8. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, look, again, like you said, exactly. It's if you're not really paying attention to what's going on in Bitcoin right now, that might not be so relevant, but it's absolutely hilarious. And it's super funny that he goes, you know, like 400 million, 650 million. And it's true. Like this, you know, this gentleman has put his money where his mouth is, and it's huge. So yeah, anyways, I do I think that meme was definitely funny. It's kind of like you're not expecting it, but I kind of was expecting it to have sound.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why. I felt like it looked like a sound meme.
But he would have had to dub it,
Yeah.
If he dubbed it, if you would have dubbed it, I would have given it probably like a 9.5.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
So,
but hold on, before we move on, I just want to quickly say, right, we put out a poll. Okay, so go check out our Twitter feed. We put out a poll asking if the memes should be rated separately, right? Because rating picture memes versus pictures, GIFs versus GIFs, and videos versus videos, it's we want to know what you guys think. So go check it out.
Yep, and let's see. Go check out that poll, which will pop up, so so you guys know what we're talking about. And Phil, that being said, it's time for
the Daily News, sponsored by Crypto Cloaks.
All right, so the first piece of news, and Venezuela uses Bitcoin to avoid U.S. sanctions, right? The use of private companies to circumvent U.S. sanctions to avoid economic suffocation of the country. President Maduro wants to convert Venezuela into an exporting nation, right? You see Iran doing this as well, right? So, and what's the significance of this, right? Like, why are we talking about, Venezuela using Bitcoin to circumvent sanctions? Because that shows the power of Bitcoin, right? You also saw this with the BitMEX ordeal that happened, how BitMEX got charged formally by U.S. prosecutors. And guess what? They kept operating. They kept issuing withdrawals. It's like it's like nothing ever happened. Honey Badger doesn't care. So whether you agree with Venezuela politically or not, doesn't matter. I think sanctions of any kind are messed up because it really doesn't hurt the people in power. It hurts the people in the country, right? Mm-hmm. So
that's right.
The fact that Bitcoin allows anyone to transact, it doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care that the US has sanctions on you. It's just one big middle finger to governments and regulators. So I thought that was very empowering when I read that article. What do you think, Phil?
Yeah, I mean, look, every single day we see something like this come up, we just get reminded of the strength of Bitcoin and why it's here, number one, why it can't be stopped. So I'm just, every time I see this, it just continues to prove the point. And it's really, it's good to see countries like Venezuela sit there and decide not to be victims, right? They are choosing not to be victims.
Yeah, so, and they're taking mining initiatives, in Iran as well. And I suspect that any country that has been the victim of the weaponized dollar, right? Yeah. They're just going to be using the honey badger, right? So good for them. And the next piece of news, I find it comical. This keeps happening, Phil, and this is starting to become a pattern, right? So let's check it out. So basically, Citibank downgrades MicroStrategy for taking on a $400 million convertible loan to buy Bitcoins. Investors oversubscribe and buy $650 million instead. So let's check out the official announcement. MicroStrategy completes $650 million offering of 0.75% convertible senior notes due in 2025. Basically, what that means is MicroStrategy is asking to raise money to buy Bitcoin, right? And these are the rates that they're offering. These are the bonds, and they're due in 2025. But the fact that they were only looking for 400 million, and the fact that they raised 650 million, even though Citibank's like, no, we got to downgrade them. Even though one of their analysts are like, we think Bitcoin's going to hit 300K. So you can see that there's the fear of God is striking these institutions, and it's just absolutely glorious to watch from our side, right? They laughed at us first. They said that Bitcoin was only for drug dealers. They all these stupid things. And you know what? Honey Badger doesn't give a flying, right? So, man, that's just what it is. And Phil, what are your thoughts on this?
Bullish. I mean, man, come on. Are you kidding me? Asked for 400 million, got 650 million especially during a time like this, right? There's, let's be honest, right? There's the poverty numbers, all of that stuff, the unemployment, all of these things. And yet people recognize the value in Bitcoin. And that's a beautiful thing, you know, that this is just all it is a, you know, it's like a coming of age. So it's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And it's
people are waking up, man.
It's the great awakening. Amen to that. Amen to that, brother. And Phil, there was a software release today. Why don't you tell us about it?
Software releases. Yeah, we got a good one today, actually. It is Sparrow Wallet version 0.9.9 was released, and we've got details to that in the show notes down below.
Awesome. Thank you, Phil. Really appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Simply Bitcoin. If you like the show, don't forget to smash that like button. If you love the show, you want to see more of us, subscribe and turn on that notification bell. It really helps us grow. It really helps us, you know, basically tell everybody the truth of the power of Bitcoin that empowers the individual and not these crony financial institutions. We'll see you on the next one, guys.
Peace.